You live in a universe where everyone explodes in a display of gore instantly upon death. It has happened throughout all history, and is considered boringly mundane by this point. As a doctor in a hospital, you have seen plenty of it. One day, your patient clearly passes on, but nothing happens. Well, about time to call it, I suppose. I say sadly, looking over at my assistant Gus. Yeah, you did what you could, doc, but this one will be gone any minute now. He responds. He reaches into the drawer and he pulls out the goop suits. We both slip them on and prepare ourselves for the aftermath. He leaves momentarily to grab the mops and buckets, as well as the barrel. As he is gone, the patient flatlines. I'm used to the sight of the explosions by now, but still, I flinch in fear when I hear the sound. Sometimes, it's a bit messier than others. After cowering behind my hands for a few seconds, I peer through my guard, only to see the unfamiliar sight of an intact corpse. What the hell, I mutter to myself. I spin around the table. I check the machinery, I check the patient's pulse, both confirm death. I quickly retreat again, expecting a delayed burst. I had never seen it take so long before. Once again, I cower for a second and look up to see a fully intact corpse. Whoa, I say to myself again. See, everyone has seen pieces of a dead body. Sometimes they can travel up to a whole city block depending on diet and size. I don't think anybody has ever seen an entire dead body. Before I investigate further, Gus returns with the cleanup materials. He creaks the door open, peers inside, and says, "Goddamn Garrett. You can't wait to go home, huh? What did you slurp it all up?" I remain silent, only motioning over to the dead body which lie upon the hospital bed. "I heard the flatline while I was leaving. Did you fuck with the machine?" he asks me. I only shake my head no. He chuckles, and he walks over to check the machinery himself. He then checks the pulse. He stands above the body for a second. Is this a dead body?" he asks, clearly confused. "It sure as hell isn't a living one," I reply. He flinches as if expecting a delayed explosion, much like I did, then stands in disbelief once more. He quickly pokes the body, but afterwards looks disgusted by that decision. We both stand there in silence for a moment. I have never seen this before," he says to me, breaking the silence. "No one has, not that I know of." What do we even do in this situation? Do we just throw the whole thing in the barrel?" he asks me. "As far as I am concerned, this man is not dead," I respond. "In all my years, I have learned that as long as the body is intact, there is a way." "Yeah, but have you ever seen a body without a pulse for multiple minutes not turn into a meat firework?" He snaps and points towards the body. "This guy here? This guy is dead." "You don't know that," I tell him, not reminding him of his comparative lack of experience, only letting that fact show in my tone. I need to go tell somebody about this. This is so fucking weird," he says to me. "If you want to play witch doctor, be my guest, but I'm going to get a second opinion on this." He turns and leaves the room. I hear him down the hall. He is usually very closed off, unexpressive, a real professional. I can hear the confusion and stress and amazement in his voice as he says, rather loudly, "Somebody has got to come check this shit out." All of the other doctors gather in the room, and for a while, we discuss potential ways to go about this. Some suggest the body belongs in a museum. Some suggest it be donated to science. Some suggest, myself included, that we freeze the man cryogenically, that as long as his body is intact that one day we will be able to bring him back to his human body and he can tell us the tale of life on the other side, or lack thereof. Discussions didn't last long, however. Not even 2 hours after the man passed, a government vehicle arrived at our hospital. The man's body was quickly retrieved, no questions were to be asked. They came in full riot gear, running the operation like a Navy SEAL mission. I'm still not sure of what happened that day. All I know is that I will never forget it.